Hi, it's Mike. I've been thinking about creativity. I think about creativity quite a lot, to be honest, because I've lost count of the number of people that say to me, "Oh, I wish I was creative like you are," or "I can't write, I'm not creative." That's not how creativity works, to be honest. I've been reading Rick Rubin's book, The Creative Habit, recently. It's what he calls a meditative manifesto on what it means to be an artist, which sounds kind of highfalutin, but the premise is kind of fairly locked down and fairly sober. Rick Rubin is, for those if you don't know, he's something of a legendary producer. Produced large swathes of '90s hip hop, and then other records by Metallica, the last Black Sabbath album as well, but also perhaps more importantly one of Johnny Cash's last records, that rather haunting video he did of Nine Inch Nails' song "Hurt." The book's central theme is that creativity is all around us. Basically, we just have the trick is recognizing it. And the irony as well is that Rick Rubin says he's not a musician, barely knows how to play an instrument, but he just has a feeling for it. And I can't help thinking that that is the essence of what creativity is. Because when it comes down to it, it's not about the writing, it's not about the drawing, it's not about the painting. They're all tools, and you can learn to use those just like you can use a hammer or a saw to make some kind of wooden box or something out of wood. Anyway, the raw materials that creatives need are ideas, and we all have those, don't we? Steve Jobs said creativity is about connecting the dots. So those random thoughts you have in the shower, walking down the road, or when a conversation sparks a memory from years ago. I feel actually quite strongly about this because I think there are so many wasted opportunities out there. People miss telling their truths because they think that they can't, because they think they're not creative. I thought that for years. This is only in the last 3 or 4 years, and these grey hairs attest to how long it's been. And I suppose I'm lucky because I had that moment of revelation, perhaps. And all I'm wishing is that for you, if you think you can't express yourself, if you think you don't have the ideas, that, well, it just comes earlier for you than it did for me. I'll wrestle anyone to the ground who tells me they're not creative, because it is absolutely not true. I'll hold them in a painful hold until they see the light, to be quite frank. You don't have to write, you don't have to paint or sing. There are a gazillion ways of being creative. But I can guarantee that when you start producing this stuff, your life will change for the better.